right, people. God of War, Sons of Sparta is already controversial, people. And the game isn't even fully out yet. The creator isn't happy. Fans feel misled. And the internet is splitting into camps. How do you have one of the biggest franchises in gaming and still manage to spark this level of backlash? But right now, this doesn't feel like normal debate. This feels like something deeper. But what exactly went wrong? And is this controversy overblown? Or is Sony walking into a problem they didn't expect?
Are you not entertained?
All right, let's break this down. When a franchise like God of War moves into a new direction, tension is inevitable. But this situation feels different. You've got the original creative voice reportedly distancing themselves. You've got fans saying expectations were set one way and the delivery went in a totally different direction. So the expectation and reality don't match. That's when words like "poop" start getting thrown around. Now, here's the bigger issue. God of War isn't just another game. It's one of Sony's pillars. So if trust even slightly cracks here, the ripple effect is bigger than one title. The real question isn't just whether Sons of Sparta is good, it's whether the franchise identity is shifting in a way fans didn't ask for. And once that debate starts, it doesn't die quietly. All right, so let me just say real fast. We did a breakdown. We did a video announcing every game that was announced at the state of play for PlayStation. And I gotta be honest, I was so overwhelmed with the announcement of God of War Trilogy. I really didn't give this God of War 2D Son of Sparta any thought or any I really didn't even acknowledge it, honestly. It wasn't even on my highlighted games that I talked about. So this was really, and I know technically this was the closer, but let's be honest, the trilogy remake announcement was the real closer. This was just some, oh yeah, by the way, type of shit. So I really wasn't even, this shit was not on my radar. And when I saw the amount of backlash that was going on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube about this game, I was just like, well, what's wrong with it? I'm like, how can you even fuck up a 2D? And I started seeing all the backlash and all the stuff. I was like, well, damn, what the fuck is going on? And then the original creators started voicing, they was like, nah, this is not real God of War. Don't associate this. And I think they're really trying to distance themselves with anything that can tarnish the reputation of the God of War trilogy. Cause listen, that was the haymaker. That was the closer. So putting this behind that and kind of like tagging these together. No. The original creator and the people working on the trilogy do not want to associate themselves anything that is not pristine or prestige from fans. So I can definitely understand why the creators and the original people are like, nah, fuck that. We don't know nothing about this. We don't condone this. This is not representation of what we envision God of War to be. And we set the reputation at a very, very high level. So I can get all that. Let me ask you, Infamous, what did you think about when you first, because we reported on this as a rumor a long time ago, but when this was confirmed, did you really hold this game in high regard, or did you feel like I feel this was like a throwaway shit that they added onto the trilogy announcement?
I'm gonna break it down. I ain't get two fucks about this.
I'm so sorry for the people that did.
I'll say this. I understand why it's made. I get it. I don't give a fuck about it, but I get it. So I'm gonna lay it all out. First of all, the original creator, sit the fuck down and calm your ass down. Because you come off like a bitter ex-wife, wanting extra alimony payment, and it's like, yo, this thing got shit to do with you.
Yo, calm down, buddy.
Calm down. Like you ain't been part of the series in so long, and now you choose to, oh, how dare you? Yo, chill out. But let me break it down. In our current economy, in our current landscape of games and development, they are taking, at least what we're being told, so long to make and so much money. It took a little 10 years for the 2018 and the Ragnarok story to be done, which is why they did 2 games instead of 3. Because he was like, he didn't want to take so long, 15 years making these games. So somewhere, someone has decided, hey, we can tell intricate in-between stories in between the bigger game. Oh, okay. and they somehow chose to go about it with a Metroidvania, which everyone they damn mama loves. I was like, we're gonna tell the story from before he fucked up and murdered his family and became, the rage baiting killing machine. So like I said, I didn't give a fuck about the game, but I understood it because what was Ragnarok? That's coming up almost 3 years old now. So somewhere between the next couple of years, we should also see or hear more of the rumored other God of War game that's being worked on.
Yeah.
While
Mhm.
they're also, and then when that launches, that'll be the stopgap to the trilogy remake. So I get what they're doing. They're piecemealing it to keep you going while they keep the other projects. This was probably a faster turnaround rate than them to try to do another Ragnarok or the 2018 one, which would cost hundreds of millions in 5 or 6, 7 years, when this was probably done in maybe 1 or 2 years. Hell, this probably got started on when Ragnarok came out, a quicker turnover. So, like I said, I get it, but I just don't give a fuck. I am happy that they were consistent. There's a lot of people who probably don't know, if you didn't play the side games, Kratos did have a brother. So I was happy that they added that in it, because I'm like, yo, that's true. That is part of the lore if you didn't play the other games. To the bigger piece, why people are upset. Fans aren't necessarily upset because of the way the game is made. A lot of fans, from the reports I read in the discourse, is on the PlayStation Store, it's listed that the game is 1 to 2 players. So you would automatically think, oh, there's co-op to it. But
Mhm.
then people bought the game and it's like, hey, there's no fucking co-op. What's happening? So people was trying to get a refund, and I don't know if you know, but Sony is notorious with telling people no.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you.
If it ain't required by state law in that state, I did my due diligence and I did digging. There is co-op in the game. They just did the dumbest fucking thing I have ever seen in how you go about unlocking. You have to beat the game to unlock the fucking co-op. I don't know who in the Sam hell thought that was a good idea. And like, yeah, they'll totally love it. Yeah, why wouldn't you want to replay it with your buddy? Why wouldn't you want to just play it the first time with your buddy? Like, that makes no sense. So I get why people are upset, because a lot of people was about to start class action lawsuits saying like, yo, that's false advertisement. Like, what's going on? Me personally, I don't have a problem with its art style, but the 2D Metroidvania thing, to me, that just sounds like an expensive platform game. And I'm
Mhm.
not huge. I'll try it out. What's the magic word? Sale. Oh, what infamous. It did $30, man. I don't give a fuck if it's $5. Sale. Okay. My cousin
Oh
has told
god.
you. I see that 4-letter word. Ooh, okay. What that card?
And I've told him, just because it's on sale doesn't mean you have to buy it. I'm just
And that's true. I am doing better. I am doing better. I ain't bought nothing from PlayStation sale, but I have done better. But
Lord.
I like I said, I understand both sides of the argument. Now, like I said, the original creator, you need to chill the fuck out, because his whole hoorah, hoop line just sounds like you want some attention. You ain't had shit to do with this game in so long. Hell, since probably the original trilogy. You want to get technical, or whichever ones, because I know he went around for all of them. Chill out, bro. Okay, you don't like the game? Cool, but let's not make it seem like you have just been an intricate part of these. Yes, you are the creator. I appreciate your contribution to human society. But otherwise, this ain't about you. This ain't about
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And I say that as we have a culture going on right now. I'm not getting on the soapbox. I'm just going to give my 2 cents and kick it back to my cousin. We have a culture right now to shit on games and the grift and the negativity and etc. And I feel like that's really what he was coming out, just riding that gravy train. You can go listen to his argument. He said he played the game for 30 minutes. I don't know
Oh Lord.
anybody of any game that you play for 30 fucking minutes and can make a definitive choice on, like, hey, ooh, what bang, hey, yeah. You could give an impression, but nowhere near does the game fully open up and show you its full details in 30 minutes. You just
Mhm.
played it enough to say, oh yeah, I tried it. Because of
Yeah, that's
everyone who I know who has bought it and liked it, a lot of people, I'm not gonna say that. Some people do enjoy it. It's something different. Each iteration they do, and I said this when we were talking about this, on why it would be a 2D or 2.5D Metroidvania. We were talking about the rumors. Each iteration, they change the perspective of how you play the game.
oh,
The
that's
original
true.
trilogy was isometric. The Norse mythology was over the shoulder. And now this one, prequel, if they kept it the same, you would just complain. Damn, that rhymed. I didn't even try to do that. But anywho, it's just more God of War. This is, like, as my cousin said, this is one of Sony's key pillars of their franchise. You say PlayStation, I'm pretty sure maybe 3 games come to mind, and God of War is one of them.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really didn't give this game too much thought, maybe because I was just overstimulated by the trilogy remake announcement. I didn't even really give this the time of day and the attention probably that it should have gotten, maybe. But let us know in the comments down below, what do you think about the creators foolishness going back and forth, and everybody's complaining about the visuals. I kept seeing that they was comparing it to like Game Boy, like The Lion King in old school, like what was that, a Latin game? I was like, all right,
That's
now
petty.
what
That's
are we
petty.
doing?
That's
Yeah.
petty. Chill
What
out
are we
now.
doing?
Tell me, tell me you feel hurt without telling me you're hurt.
I was like, and I saw the side by side. I said, "All right now, all right now, can we not? Can we not?" But let us know in the comments below what you think, how you felt, if you bought this game and enjoyed it, or if you bought this game and didn't enjoy it. I guess maybe there's no middle ground because, like my cousin said, this is a very, very different perspective. So maybe this really caught a lot of people off guard, and maybe the advertisement kind of sets you up the wrong expectations to have for this game. So let us know in the comments down below.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, Are You Not Entertained?